Alright, hello, welcome. Um, so yeah, like the title says, I'm going to be making Mossdeep City in Minecraft today. I already, well not today, over the course of several days, probably weeks, I've already made this in Creative. Here it is. This is a 2-to-1, recreation of it. Like, tile, layout, everything. One tile in, the game is a 2x2 square in this recreation. This took me a decent bit of time, but this is the version of Mossdeep City from Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, not from like Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald. Well, it's sort of a mix, because the layout and like this part back here is from Gen 6, but the house design is from Gen 3. So, yeah, this is what we're going to be building. In survival, in the survival world, I just wanted to show, like, I already have it built here. So this is the design that I'm going to be working with. So if we load on in here, this is where we are. This is not all of the materials. This is just some of them that we have in here. No, I don't have terracotta yet, but we have dirt, grass, sand. So we're basically going to be building the coastline for now. This is probably going to be a short stream. I got a later start than I wanted to. So this probably won't be as long as like the 2 hours, 2.5 I wanted it to be. But we'll see how much we can get done. I am now realizing that I do not, in fact, have a bed, which I should probably grab. So we're gonna go do that first. But yeah, if we look at a general layout right here, this is where my base is, where like the city is. The 2 lighthouses I showed are up here, and we're gonna be right in the center of those lighthouses, or where all the lighthouses are gonna be. The lighthouses are in a bay. We're gonna be building in that bay. But I need a bed first, because I don't want to be attacked by drown the entire time I'm trying to build this. Yeah, this is probably going to be at least several weeks, maybe several months, because here's the thing, I'm slow at doing this kind of stuff. I haven't released a full-form video in over a month, because I'm still... I had difficulties, alright, with recording and editing, the second one. So that one's coming soon, though. It's coming soon. But, yeah, I'm having difficulties. Took so much. It was supposed to be 1 week, then it was going to be 2. We're closing in on 5, I think, since the last one I released. It's been rough. But I guess I can give you, while I'm here, a quick little rundown of what's happened that isn't a part of the video. I need to look away from the hill behind me, because that is part of the video. Can't spoil that. But you might have seen in a short, we have Blue Axolotl. His name is Dio, because much like Dio's time stop in JoJo's, it took way too long to finish. So, so yeah, we have him. I didn't grab the bed that I wanted to. We also have this Happy Gas now. I haven't done anything with him, so he's just chilling over here. And, alright, grab the bed, and we'll head on back, and we'll start. This is not a great start to the stream, since, yeah, not a great start, considering I'm running on limited time. But that is a-okay. Alright, just checking my audio is working correctly. Not that there's anyone here. Not that there is anyone here. So yeah, so this is gonna be interesting. I've been planning this one for a long time, like a long time. I first started the creative build back in October, maybe early November at the latest, but it was like late October, early November. So I've been planning on doing it since then. Started it, took a break for a while, and then I just recently fully finished it. And designing creative is the hard part for me, personally. Because once I have a design that I like, I really want to build it in survival. So it makes it, okay, I hit the word. So it makes it much easier to actually get motivated to build it once I have a completed design. But for me, it's just making that design is difficult. So to help with that, I've been using Axiom, like the mod Axiom, to help do my builds. I know some people frown upon that. I truly suck at building by myself, so I can't be bothered to, like, care, is what I'm going to say. I can't be bothered to care about what other people think about using Axiom. I use it, it makes my life easier. I do this for free, alright? So anyway, if we just, turn on my rendering real quick. Oh, I have these facing the wrong direction. So here's the schematic that we have open here. This is what we're gonna start building. It will probably take a while, though. But it'll be fine. So yeah, we're gonna start with dirt, probably. Grass. So we're gonna grab maybe this much grass, this much dirt, and we're gonna grab a shulker box of each, or 2 shulker boxes of each, and we'll start this. So yeah, this is the very, very beginning of this build. So, alright, our starting point is arbitrarily going to be right here. For literally no reason. It would make more sense to start at a corner, but we're going to be here. Alright, hold on. There we go. Alright. And it begins the slow and grueling process of building terrain. This will be so much more fun when we get to the houses, but I'm going to do the terrain first. Now see, if I'm smart, and we're going to be smart, we should do the dirt at the bottom first to make this much easier. Yeah, the schematic does not have anything under... Because this is an island, right? It's an island. It's going to be an island in the completed build. But the issue with doing this is, with the schematic, is I do not, like, if we crouch, if we go under, it's hollow, right? Which I do not want it to be hollow when I'm done. So, this all needs to be filled in, which will take so many more resources than my material list has. That's gonna be done probably off camera. Is when that's gonna be done. Just to save the pain of having to watch that, because that's just not even gonna be. That's just not even gonna be anything useful. It's literally just gonna be watching me place dirt or gravel or cobblestone. Whoever's gonna end up on here. It actually will probably be cobblestone, since I have a farm for that. Yeah, so we're just gonna keep placing dirt. I am really whiffing. I'm screwing this up. This is not a good start, considering this is such a tiny fraction of what I have to do. I'm trying to think of a... I guess I could do this layer by layer. Yeah, we're gonna do that. So we go to configurations. We can do single layer set here. 63. Voila. Alright, cool. Now see, I can do easy place, which means that if I have the blocks in my inventory and I just hold down right click, it will automatically build for me. But that's like really closing in on the area of just kind of cheating to build it. Like rapidly closing in. So we're not going to do that. Now, build that I did for the video that's coming out soon. That one would have been, if I'd used Easy Place, it would have gone so much faster. Because let's just say a lot of quartz, and, like, smooth quartz versus regular quartz, which are almost indistinguishable from each other, even when you're looking at the place block, let alone when you're looking at a hologram outline of it. It was rough. Let me let me tell you, it was rough. But I got through it. You all get to see a sped up version of it when I'm finally done editing that. Cause yeah, so that was part of the issue and why it took so long. Is I've been using the replay mod, right, to show builds, but I lost the replay of it, and I wasn't recording when doing it except for the replay. So what I did, well, okay, not the entire thing, part of the build. So I destroyed the part of the build that I'd made without replay, and then rebuilt it with replay mod on. So that's part of the issue, and why it's taken so long, is that I built it twice. And I kind of waited a bit after screwing it up the first time, because I couldn't decide whether I wanted to just, like, you know, just show a jump cut to it being done, or if I wanted to, like, actually complete it, and I was like, no, I'm gonna actually complete it with replay, so I just destroyed the part that I made, redid it with replay on. Yeah, okay, we can't touch this part. I don't have this stuff yet. So, because the plan for today is just terrain, and I'm not counting the launch pad as terrain. Oh, and if, I don't know, you might notice, because I've been doing the shorts uploads of getting every netherite armor trim, and I kept getting told, oh, why aren't you wearing netherite? Oh, why aren't you wearing netherite? You should get armor. Ta-da. Look at it in all of its glory. Finally on my own set. That was, you know, celebration of completing the first layer, the iron. I now have every iron and on netherite armor trim. Not combination. Way too many of those. Yeah, someone was like, oh, you should get every color of leather with every color of trim and every type of trim. That is a lot. So there's 5.5 million, I think, different colors of leather armor. I'm not getting all of that, and then you have to multiply that by 11, and then multiply it by 18. I don't have time for that. I just don't have time for that. That would be terrible. Also, hold on, I have to fix something with my stream. Okay, there we go. Cool. Alright, we can start this again. Yeah, like I said, this is probably going to be a shorter one. Just because I got a much later start on this than I wanted to. And, you know, I got stuff to do. I'm a college student. But yeah, I have a class at 1, and I wanted to start this at like 10, because I could get 2 hours in, go eat lunch, go to my class. That didn't turn out that way. It's fine. Yeah, I will probably be ending this, because I ate a later breakfast, so probably eat lunch after my class, or not at all. Who knows? But yeah, so I'll probably, end this one at, like, 12:30. So yeah, it'll be under an hour, probably. Just want to do a first stream, set the expectation. I haven't uploaded anything, like, not even a short in days. So I needed to upload something. Try and keep what little people, and trust me, when I say little, I mean little people who watch me, engaged. Because it is not many, let me tell you. Shout out Void Soul, he's commented on like 5 of my shorts, and on my only long form video, so shout out Void Soul. But yeah, I know this is a thrilling process to watch. At least the grass blocks will be faster, just because I can do this. I do remember to grab that bed, right? It seems like I don't actually need it, other than for the lighting. Oh, it's gonna throw me off of the pillar, isn't it? Oh, it didn't. Sweet. Okay, cool. But yeah, so I made the, like, the creative build for this, literally by just, I have, like, a 3DS sitting next to me right now, actually. And I literally just measured, like, by walking the tiles between different stuff. Like, I started off on the stairs, like, over there, and then just started measuring tiles. And then I originally started building it in a 1-to-1 scale, but that made the houses have to be 5 blocks wide. Like, all buildings basically are 5 blocks wide, which just, I couldn't get it to look good at 5 blocks wide, and it also just, the whole thing was seeming a little bit, like, pathetic. Because think about it, it's a fourth of this size is what it would have been. Which, that's kind of just sad. I don't know, like, I just wasn't feeling like it, so I upped it to 2-to-1 ratio, and it works so much better. I ran into a couple issues, just it's almost entirely me being the problem, but because I ran into some detailing issues of I just couldn't get it to look good. But again, that's just me not being good at building stuff. Probably gonna stop talking as much as time goes on here, just because I am talking to a empty void. That's alright. Oh, yeah, so another big thing about this is, this, building this whole thing is probably only going to take about 66%, that, the random number I'm throwing out there, of the total blocks needed for this build, for one reason, and it's because on the gym, there's like in the game, there's this, like, a sign, like a electronic sign, that has, like, Pokeball symbols, like, going back and forth, like, scrolling across it. And the way I made that in this was using a item frame with a map, with, like, PNG on it. So I need to make a 128 by 128, map art at some point, just for, I think it's 5 item frames, with maps on it. So, that'll be interesting. Interesting use of my time. I also could be doing, I just realized I am so dumb, because if we just page up real quick, I've been needing to do 2 wide this entire way, and haven't been, and it would have been much more efficient if I'd been going, like, back and forth. Okay, we're actually gonna start that now, because, like, if I did this instead, we'd be going so much quicker. As much as I want to milk this for as long as possible, I also don't, for my sake, want to make this take any longer than it needs to. Because, I mean, I want to have it. Like, I want to have it built. I want to be able to see it. And also because, like, you know, at a certain point, like, building the actual buildings is fun. It's doing... it's doing the terrain that's like, God, what am I doing? Okay, and then now this needs to go in, I think. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, but like this is so much faster. Because we're going at almost the same speed as we were before, except we're placing 2 at a time. I need more grass blocks. Ah, I see the issue here. You know, you fill your inventory, then where's the next one gonna go? It does look a little bit blocky, which I was actually fine with. You know, I'm mostly fine with that, with it looking a little bit chunky. Just because that is how it looks in the game. Like, that's what a lot of this kind of came down to, was like, it looks a little goofy, but at the same time, I want it to match the game. Because if I'm going to make a recreation of it, and I've gone so far going and making it 1-to-1, like, I might as well finish that out and just, you know, fully commit to it being 1-to-1. Also, that's rather annoying. I let the grass grow over. Oh well, whatever. It's also funny, you can see my shovel is at such low durability, because I've been doing this for a while. Now what happened here? Oh, I see. I see what's happening here. Okay, okay, yeah. Okay, we're good, we're good. It's just this whole section needs to be done like this. See, in some areas I can ignore the dirt being placed. It's more so... I don't know how to say it. It's more so the parts that... I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. It's more just grass is harder to get, so the parts that I know need dirt the entire time, I'm gonna leave as... like, the ones where grass is literally being put over it, like down here, I'm gonna place as dirt to begin with, since it's gonna turn into that. These ones are technically the same, because stuff's gonna be placed over them, but, whatever. Whatever. I have more than enough of the grass I need, because the grass is actually the only block that I probably won't need more of than in the listed schematic. Well, for the terrain, I mean. For the actual build, I won't need more than the listed amount for any of them, except the main... I don't know why I'm doing this. The big... that thing over there. That one has no interior. Well, none of them have any interior. I'm gonna make an interior for them. So I guess everything I've been saying doesn't really matter, because I'm gonna need to make an interior for all of them. So I'm gonna need more blocks for all of them. So my block count just is effectively meaningless. is what all that was to say. issue with the videos is that, like, I've been making shorts and they've been doing, I want to say, well, I mean, obviously, like, shorts-wise, not really, like, they're getting, like, 3,000 views, 4,000, a couple of them have gone over 10,000, but it's just, the main issue is I don't want to be a shorts creator, but it's looking like that's the way it's gonna go. Unless it's just, you know, my main audience can be shorts and I can make these videos on the side, which, I mean, I don't know. I guess I'm fine with that. Because it's really more so, the whole thing is I just want people to see things I built. Was more so the reason for this, so I guess that accomplishes the goal, in a way. We'll see how it all shapes out in the end. Yeah, it was also interesting, because if any of you have ever played Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, and you know, like, the Eon Flute mechanism, where you can, like, it's sort of, instead of just using fly, you can also, like, ride on the back of Omega Latios. It's actually really cool mechanic, and it's what made me, like, I saw my friend when he had a 3DS, and I saw that, I was like, oh, that's so cool, and it made me want to get the game. So first game I ever played, which is actually why I'm building this Mossdeep specifically, is Omega Ruby was the first game I played, like, Pokemon game. And that was my favorite city in the game, so that's why we're building this. I don't think, yeah, I don't need those parts on the right-hand side. I didn't think so. I do need the ones on this side, though. Can also sleep. Yeah, so I went on a side tangent there. The Eon Flute and flying with that, you can see from above kind of the shape of the island, which I actually needed to use to estimate some of this stuff, because after I spent, you know, hours doing this, I you know, I got a feel for just looking at it how many tiles it was. So for the spots that you can't walk, I had to, like, try and get the right angle on it, you know? Yeah, I had to try and get the right angle on it to be able to see what it looked like, and then estimate the tiles. And what was actually really cool for me, as well as building it, when the spots that I knew the length of, or, like, the dimensions of, were on both ends, and then I had the spots I had to estimate. And so I estimated, and then it lined up perfectly between the spots I knew, because that, like, you know, confirmed that my estimates were correct, otherwise it wouldn't have lined up. That was nice. There was a couple times, though, where my estimates didn't line up, and I had to, like, go back, and then, but it helped because you could see afterwards, like, you could see, like, oh, I'm off, oh, okay, I actually overestimated by a tile. You can just go back and fix it. Yeah, I'm trying to do, like, a mix on this world of, like, recreating stuff and doing my own builds. Like, the village, yeah, the village, my base, those are, like, the build I can't mention because it hasn't been shown in a video yet. Those are all examples of builds that, what? Oh yeah, builds that I made, right? My own designs, my own creativity, however limited it is. That's what those are. Whereas things like this, the lighthouses, you've only seen one of them if you've watched my shorts. Those ones are my recreating stuff. Because I want to have a mix. You know, oh, the bridge. I can't forget the bridge for my own designs. I love that bridge. when I first started, like, the server that this world initially was, I saw the two cherry groves next to each other, and I was like, I'm gonna build a bridge between them. And I left that bridge unfinished for months. Like, I built the... It actually technically is still unfinished, now that I think about it. Because there was... in my original design for it, I had like, stone supports at the at the bottom of the pillars that support it. I never built those, and I might not build them, because I like the way it looks now. But even in my creative design, I never built a top. Like, I never designed a top for it. And then I just never built that, and I kept, like, saying to myself, I'm like, oh, it needs to have a top, it needs to have a top, it looks too flat, it's boring. Because it was literally just a flat, like, wooden planks. That was the entire top, which is oak wood planks. And it was flat, and it looked kind of goofy. And so I finally went and designed a top for it, and I love the way it turned out. With a mix of, you know, lanterns on the, like, guardrails, and then every couple, there's, like, planters, and every couple of planters is replaced by a street light, and then every couple of street lights is replaced by a bench. Like, I love the way it turned out, truly. Just like, I actually love the way this turned out too, this creative build, because I'd had the layout, I'd had, like, the path layout and the terrain done for a long time. I just had to build the buildings. One of the last things to be completed was actually the rocket ship over there, because I kept, like, thinking to myself, I'm like, oh, it's gonna look terrible no matter what I do. Like, I don't know how to make a rocket ship with how little I have, but I finally did. It looks good enough. I'm not gonna say it looks amazing, but it looks decent. So I'm happy with the way it turned out. Yeah, so, whatever, what can you do? Except just be happy with what you have. Yeah, that was and then, oh god, okay, I won't even bother getting this. Yeah, so I had the terrain for a while. That was what I finally did, was build the rocket, and then, for a long time, it looked so bland, right? Because I didn't do any, because, like, in the Pokemon games, you have, like, I don't even know, like, little greenery spots where you can't walk on, and, like, there's a little tree in them and stuff, like, that sort of stuff. And it just, I fell off. It gives it enough depth that it doesn't look empty. Because, trust me, it looks empty when you don't include that stuff. At least in this. It looks so empty. But, so that was the last thing I did, was I went through and I added, like, those green spots. So that's what, if you saw a bit ago, the moss, that's what all these, maybe not this one. This one, actually, I think is just a remnant of, yeah. But, like, the mossy spots are where I did, like, the green spots that you can't walk on in the game. And I have, like, flower blossom, or cherry petals in them. I have little trees in them, like bushes, whatever. And I also just sparkled, like, the wildflowers, I think is what they're called, all around the build. And it just it makes it look so much more, like, full and completed. And I love the way that stuff turned out. I was really happy with that. Alright, well, this is the first ridge done of the terrain, which the main, like, body of the city is on the second terrain height. As you can see, that is wide. So yeah, we'll start the second terrain height now. I don't think I'm going to finish it in the time that I have, because I have 20 minutes before I'm going to end this. But we can try, can't we? I'm at least going to get the dirt done. It turns to grass, which is kind of funny, but, like, I said, it doesn't matter if it turns to grass, because it's all going to turn back. The parts that need to be dirt are going to turn back to dirt eventually. Ah, goddammit. So it doesn't really matter. It's more so about dirt's harder to get than grass. Or, no, other way around. Grass is harder to get than dirt. So, to conserve, resources, we're not going to be wasting grass on spots where it's going to turn to dirt anyway. But it's fine if the dirt turns to grass. I'm just yapping for the sake of yapping at this point. And I need to stop falling. Yeah. This could have probably been... this might end up being a video, like a long-form video, or a short, or both. I'm not entirely sure. Because, I could just take the stream, download it, edit it, I don't need do like a time lapse of this. I could be doing that. Will I? Is another question. Probably not. But we'll see. Because I don't really, the main issue, the biggest issue, is that I kind of don't want things to just pop up, right? Like, I try and not do anything major. I try and not do anything major. I need to stop falling off. I can't speak and crouch, apparently, at the same time. Like, I'm trying not to do anything major if I'm not recording it. Like, really, the only things that I do off-camera is the mining for the netherite and gathering materials for builds. That's really it. So, because I basically, or designing things in creative for it. Which, I don't know, I might stream that in the future, but probably not, because it's kind of just boring, like even more boring than this. It's basically me messing around with Axiom. I'm normally designing it while talking with, like, friends. Because I'm like, hey, what do you think I should do for this? And then they're like, oh, you should do that. And I'm like, but what if... Or I could do this. Then they're like, alright, shut up, man. Is normally how it goes. Oh, yeah, but, like, see, like, these wildflowers are the type of stuff I was putting in different places. I guess I could sleep again. But yeah, basically, that's what I spend my time doing if I'm playing off camera, is either mining for netherite, or gathering materials. I really should have brought stone with me. I have so much stone for another project that I want to do. But that one's not coming for a long time. I've sort of technically already started it, but realistically, that ain't happening for a long time. But anyway, since I sort of started it, I have a lot of stone. A lot of stone. And I could just brought that with me to do the stone bricks, or stone stairs, to make this easier. But whatever. Okay, I guess I can jump from here. There we go. Yeah, I don't really care about placing extra blocks in the interior, because like I said, the interior is going to be filled. I don't know what yet. I don't know if I'm going to do like a lava cast, or if I'm going to like just place gravel so it drops all to the ocean, because I want this to be an island. Like, I want it to go all the way down to the ocean, like floor. and have nothing in the inside be hollow. Like, I want it to be an island in, like, fully. But the issue with that is that takes so many more blocks. Like, 5x the amount of blocks for visually no benefit. In the inside. On the outside, making it go all the way down, it does give some visual benefit. But on the outside, or filling in the interior, no visual benefit. It's purely just though you don't break a block and then you're like, oh, I'm staring at a massive hole in the world. I don't know. I also think it's kind of cool looking on the map and just seeing it, start to form. I just like that. It was funny because in my creative world, and one of my friends pointed this out to me, is that I had built it sort of upside down. Like, the way it's oriented in the game, if you looked at it on the map, like, this part, which is in the back in the game, like, this is the north side in the game. I had this down here, like, it was flipped 180 degrees. And my friend pointed it out to me. I was like, oh, that's a good point. Didn't change it, because it's, with Axiom, really easy to change it. You can literally just, like, highlight the area, and then press Control R twice, and it'll rotate it. Or it's Shift R, one of the two. And it'll rotate it 180 degrees. Really nice. But the problem is that it takes the water with it. So, I didn't do that in my creative world. All I did was, when I placed the schematic here, I just, bumped it up. Or, not bumped it up, what? Flipped it 180. Okay, that's that dirt. Now we can start, finally, like, the main platform area. I am just gonna do the ridge on the outside, initially. Probably. Okay, I need both these back. There we go. Wait, why's that green? Oh, I see. Okay. I'm not on the side that I thought I was on. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. I thought I was on the front side. I am on the north side. But yeah, like I was saying, a good portion of the build comes from this one, or not comes from, is on this one Y level. So getting this done will it'll make it look a lot closer to being complete. Because it will be a lot closer to being complete. Funny how that one works, isn't it? Yeah. I'm really glad, because I finally found a use for the resin blocks. Because, like, I like, because I've been doing a lot of stuff, I say a lot of stuff, I've been making, like, a pale garden near my house, and so I want to make, like, I want to use resin for stuff, but the problem is, it's just such a neon orange that I love the way the block looks. The issue is just that the neon orange just doesn't work in 95% of builds. So I am glad I found a use for the resin bricks in, like, I don't even know what, like, warning towers? I don't even know. Hold on, wrong settings page. in those towers there, I found a good use for the resin because it's supposed to be neon orange, and I was like, oh, I need a neon orange block. Resin. But yeah. So like I said, I'm happy with the way this ship turned out. And this whole platform. But yeah, let's get back to the build. We put this back at single layer. And we continue. But yeah, like for most of the buildings, like all the houses, the walls, it's just the houses. The like walls are pale oak, like was it shaved? No, stripped pale oak. Because I really liked the look of that for the white houses. The other buildings that are white are quartz, some variation of that, like Poke Center, Gym, Pokemart, that sort of stuff. Yeah, I also might. So obviously, my channel name is Mason Games. Because I wanted it to be primarily Minecraft, but I also wanted to play some other games. Like, I did a Valorant stream. Yeah, because I wanted it to be other games too. Just wanted to leave the possibility open, because I don't know, I feel like if I name myself, like, something Minecraft related, I'd be locked into that. Just like I said, I'm not doing this because I want to, I want people to subscribe to me, I want to get money. It's just like, hey, it's a thing to do on the side, as a hobby. So yeah, I didn't want to get locked in to only one game, even though that is arguably better if you do want to gain traction. Arguably it is better to only play one game. Because you gotta develop your you gotta find your audience. Blah 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 blah. This is I've over the years, I've done a lot of YouTube channels. A lot. But my issue with those is that, well, the last one I did, I was 14. My voice is still annoying, but when I was 14, God, it was so much worse. So that was probably the biggest issue. Is that I was unbearable to listen to. But even beyond that, it was just like the stuff I put out is like so dumb. Like I was not scared, I just didn't want to have to talk. Like I'd do like silent streams, right? Like no one's gonna watch that. Who like, unless I'm like playing, because I would do them for Fortnite, right? That's what I would try and do a lot on, was Fortnite. Like unless I'm like, I don't even, like, top 10 in the world, no one's gonna watch it silent. Like no one watches just for the gameplay, right? Which is also, again, part of the issue, because my voice is annoying as fuck. Part of the issue is that no one watches solely for the gameplay, ever. And I don't really have any other redeeming qualities. Nah, I'm just kidding. I'm fucking great. Time to sleep again. Alright, I'll probably finish the outline of this top layer, and then I will be leaving. Because I am rapidly running out of time. I say finish the outline as I'm actively making this interior part. Alright, let's go back to the outline. We're like maybe halfway there. Not on the whole build. God, no. Finishing the terrain will be halfway there. Oh, need more grass. Oh, that's one shulker box done out of, I want to say 7? Yeah, I think I either have 7 or 8 shulker boxes of grass prepared. And the same number for dirt. I actually don't know why I grabbed so many of gravel. Because the thing about gravel is that, I have a, like, auto barterer, Piglin auto barterer, and that's how I get my quartz for stuff, is through that. Gold farm hooked up to the auto barterer. Oh my god, auto barterer. So that's how I get my quartz, and so, as a consequence of that is, I have either 9 or 12, I want to say 12, no. 9. I have 9 double chests of gravel. So I just grabbed 6 shulker boxes of it, because I need some, right, like, for the pathing, but not 6 shulker boxes worth. I'm kind of thinking that's what I can use as the, like, fill-in to the bottom of the ocean, just so I don't have to place stuff in the water, because that kind of is annoying. I can just drop it down, even though it'll probably be slower. At the end of the day, it'll be less painful. So, I don't know, I might do that. How? Okay, I'm almost there. Yeah, I have time to finish it. We just gotta lock the fuck in. Yeah, but as you can see, I'm very much not using easy place. Well, okay, it'd be very obvious if I was using easy place. Because you would see the blocks just be flip-flopping back and forth, which is very obviously not happening. I also keep misplacing, because I've literally never used easy place. All I know is from, like, I've, like, heard things said about it. The basic thing I know is that basically you hold right-click, it automatically, you can place blocks, like, in midair, and it allows you, and it'll automatically swap the blocks for you. Like, instead of me having to, like, you know, manually swap between them, it would do it for you. That's, like, the basic. I think it also might prevent you from doing what I keep doing, placing it in the wrong spot. I think it prevents that. I know it would prevent this, placing the wrong block in the right spot. I don't know if it would, God, prevent you from placing a block in a, like, non-existent spot? I don't know. Like a spot that's supposed to be air? No idea. Probably. If I had to guess, I'd say probably. And just like that, we have made good progress on the terrain. This is where I'm gonna have to call it here, because I have things to attend to. I know this one was short. Not that anyone actually will, on rewatch, would make it to this point, and no one's watching right now, so it doesn't really matter how short it was.